Hi everyone, it's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker. Welcome to Posh Pit. How's everyone doing today? I hope everybody's having a great day. The day is winding down. It's 7 o'clock already. It's almost pitch black dark outside. I can see a little bit of dusk. Let me go over to the YouTube, wherever you are, and make sure that you guys can hear me. I think you guys can, but I want to make sure because you know me, I like to be the Charlie Chaplin of YouTube. Um, let's see here. I don't know where everybody's at. I sent out invites. Let's see. That says error. We don't like error. Error. Maybe we got that. Put on the live chat. Well, nobody's around. What's up with that? So it says I have 8 viewers. If you are a viewer, type something in the chat for me, please, so I can make sure that it's working. Come on. I sent Carol an invite, and I put the link in the chat. Hi, Christina. You're from Louisiana. I've never been there before. Always wanted to go. I have this thing. I want to go on an airboat. This thing. That's something that I've always wanted to do. So do you sell on Poshmark, Christina? Hi, David. Good evening. I almost said good morning again. Bad habits are hard to break. Um, so I was trying to get, and I did it kind of late, but I was trying to get some information from like Posh Fest to see. Oh, you don't. Okay, that's what this is about. This is about the selling on Poshmark. So I don't know if this would be advantageous for you or not, but if you want to, hang out, that's cool. Um, like I said, I don't know where anybody's at. I sent out invites.
Hi.
Well, hi.
I forgot it was Monday. I get that. I'm like, oh, Val's going live. I'm not showing my face because I was just watching something and I was like crying. So like something sad.
Aw.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, Val's going live. All of a sudden I'm like, oh no, it says Posh Pit.
I'm like,
Oh
well,
my.
I guess I'm here by myself. We'll just have to make the best of it.
No, I'm here. I totally forgot I'm on the computer. But but I thought you were doing like a hangout. I'm like, oh, no, like you guys did last Friday or Saturday, whatever. I'm like, oh,
Right.
it'll be fun to listen to. And then I realize, row.
Well,
uh,
thanks for coming on. I thought I was all by
well,
myself.
you're not going to see my crybaby face because my eyes, like,
Aw.
I'm not like a pretty crier. When I cry, my whole face gets red.
Aw.
And I was just watching some stupid thing about showing that some documentary thing, and I'm like, ah! How
I'm
pathetic.
I'm horrible. I am
Oh,
horrible.
I'm wicked bad.
Awful about that. Let's see. Says Christina Bonvillian, Billion, Bonvillian should come to Louisiana. You should come to Louisiana when it's crawfish season.
I've never had crawfish.
I have never either. I bet it's really good.
I'm
They
not one
probably,
to. I'm not one to. It takes me a long time to test different foods.
yeah, it does me too. But I mean, if you go somewhere like that, you got to
Oh
taste the
yeah,
food.
if oh yeah,
You
if
know,
they yeah, unless it's something like really gross.
I tell you one thing that really impressed me was alligator.
Did it taste like
Alligator,
chicken?
It
Everything they always say tastes like chicken.
it didn't. It didn't. It had a different taste. I can't even explain it. I
What
mean,
I never had it.
it had a different. It was just a different texture. It was a different. It was good. It was good. It was tasty,
Would you eat it
but
again?
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, sometimes you can eat something. You say, yeah, it was edible, but I don't want it again. But like,
Yeah,
so you
it
liked
was
it.
good. I mean, we went to Kansas City and we decided we were going to go there and kind of get like a whole tray of different foods and stuff. I can't even remember what else we ate. Um, but I don't think that crawfish was on there. Of course,
Up
they
until
probably
up
don't
until
have crawfish in Kansas City. So
up until I was like 40, I never really tried any like made a lot of. Well, I shouldn't say that. I tried some seafood, but not a lot of it.
yeah, I love lobster. I don't like crab. Um, I really like shrimp.
I don't like
Um,
shrimp.
so I would say that, and I'm just guessing, but I would say crawfish is probably a lot like shrimp. Maybe not,
I would say it's more like
but
a lobster, but I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know how it
We don't
is.
know. We're gonna have to ask that Christina.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it more like a lobster or more like a shrimp? Yeah, I don't like the taste of
Because
shrimp.
I think they're small. I think
Yeah, they're
they're
tiny. Yeah.
yeah. So you got to probably have a whole lot to be able to make a like a boil or something, because they have like the crawfish boils and stuff. I don't
Yeah.
know. And I am just telling you this. It sounds dumb, but we used to watch the whatever that show is on TV about them going to they get those gators. They kill gators,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and and that's where that's where I know all of my information from, which isn't much, but hey, I'm putting it out there right now.
Well, you know they have the deep dialect when they have to have a wording underneath where the closed caption. I couldn't think of what it's called.
Oh yeah,
The ones that have the
oh,
really because it's almost like a French drawl to it too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like a Creole.
Yeah,
See,
Creole. Yep, yep.
yeah.
I used
Uh,
to watch that show. I haven't watched it in a while.
Crawfish is more like lobster without a strong flavor of it. Huh.
Oh, see? Hey, see,
I
I
mean,
know my stuff.
I would definitely try that. And shrimp and crawfish do taste different. Hmm. More like crab. Huh. Well, so you learn something new every day.
And who says we need Posh Pit?
That's right.
This is gonna be
That's
the
right.
lobster show.
The seafood show, huh?
Oh my God.
Are
Yeah, if
you
I
doing
had
it?
like
Are you
oh,
doing all right?
yeah, yeah, if I had 10 minutes, I would have like at least been able to put makeup like I really look like
It's
yeah,
okay.
I'm not crying because of real life. I'm crying
Look
because
at
I watched
this. I mean,
no,
this
no,
is
no, no. I was watching that show and I never saw it before that. You know that Joey and Rory
yes.
what I was just watching like different I'm like, "Oh my God." I was like and one of the songs
Yeah.
she sang was like when I'm gone. I'm like, "Ah." And it was like
Yes.
kind of ironic because it was years before she was even sick and then I'm like, I
Right.
don't even know how it came up as a I don't even know what came up on YouTube and I started watching all those things and then I started getting into it and then I'm like crying over here. I'm like,
I
"Ah."
know. It's
I've never even heard
very
them before that. I was like, "Oh my God."
actually they wrote the song about I think it was Ernie's Bar or something, and that they wrote that song. They used to the guy is from I can't remember.
Oh, I should know it. They
He's
just
from
said it.
around here.
And then
Um
he moved to Nashville.
yeah, but
She's from
his family
yeah,
is from here, this area.
I think she's from I just watched the whole thing. I've been watching it like more. Yeah, and then I'm like crying. I'm like, what the hell am I crying about? Oh God.
But yeah, so he's from this area and there was a bar that my husband was from and that's where they wrote that's where that song originated from basically.
Oh wow.
It was about that bar. So it was pretty
Cool.
cool.
Yeah. Like I said,
But
I never watched the whole thing, and I'm like, oh my god, because they had a little TV show, or I'm like, oh my
yeah,
goodness.
yeah.
I'm watching it on
I,
YouTube. It came up as a recommended thing. I don't know how because I don't listen to country music or anything. I don't know.
yeah.
It came up, and then I started watching it, and then how it keeps playing the next one and the next one. Then it was like, oh, I think it came up. He was on Rachel Ray. That's how it came up. He was on Rachel Ray.
Oh.
I don't even know. I don't watch Rachel Ray either, but it came up, and he came out with his daughter. He wrote a book, and then I'm like, oh my god, how sad. It was like the wife.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then she's like, right 2 months before she was dying, she goes, I'm going to step away from the baby a little bit so she gets bonding with you. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like crying my eyes out. I'm like, what the hell
Yeah.
am I watching that for?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
It's a very, very sad,
oh my gosh.
it's so sad. It really, really is. I mean, when you look at them too on stage, because they were, I think they were, I'm sure they were all over the place, but I know that they were at the Grand Ole Opry and they were, singing and together and they just, it's, you can just tell that that is like, that's who they were supposed to be together.
Right, right.
Yeah, that's who they were supposed to be with.
You're going to try
So,
to make me cry again? Thank God I have to shut down. Oh my gosh.
we never talk about what we're supposed to be talking
And
about.
then
That
they have a
just
little baby and she has like Down syndrome. She's so done.
Indy,
Oh,
yeah, Indiana,
oh my
yeah,
God. Yes. I have this thing. I think the Down syndrome kids are so cute. Like
yes, they are.
I find them cuter than regular babies. Like I just fall in
Yes,
love. I
yes.
fall
I
in love with
mean,
them. They're like cherubs. I just something about them. I love
yeah,
them.
yeah,
So then
yeah,
now I'm
and
crying again. Great. I love Indy.
yeah. I agree, and I feel the same exact way. I mean, I
Don't
think
watch it
they're,
on YouTube because then you'll be
you know
crying.
they're just angels, to me.
Oh, they are.
Yeah. So
They are angels. They're little cherubs. They're so. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I'm pathetic, aren't I? This is what my life is.
But you know what? I mean, there have been, and we'll get to Posh Pit here in a few minutes. I'm
Yeah, we're
sorry about
talking
this,
some.
but
We're talking
you know,
important stuff here.
but I think, I mean, there has been, children born, people born with Down syndrome for years and years and years, but now I wouldn't call it exploiting them. I would call it, um, bringing those people up to show people that they're just like everybody else. You
They're
know,
smart. They're not like I don't know what. There's something
no,
about this. They
they're
have like an extra special something. I don't know what it
yeah,
is,
yeah,
but I can't. They. I'm
yeah.
attracted to it. I love it.
They have a extra chromosome, but it is like charisma or something. It's
Yeah,
like
it's a it's like yes.
attitude. It's
You know
all
what?
of that.
They're like pure. I don't know what it is. It's
Yeah,
something so. I don't know. I
yeah,
find them like I have this thing with I like. And when I saw her, I'm like, oh my gosh,
yeah.
how cute is that? That was it.
Just fell in love with her.
Oh,
Yeah, she's amazing. Yeah.
so how's
So
your
I'm
Posh Pit going?
well, it's going okay. I'm trying to I really am sucking at the
Sharing.
sharing.
Me too.
I
Sorry,
mean,
everybody.
I just am awful about it, and I don't I guess it was from when I got back. I just could not get back into it, of the, you know,
And now
sharing
you're going to visit
everything,
your
and
brother, and then you'll
I
be
know I'm in
come back
trouble.
and you'll be all messed up again.
I'm in trouble. I mean,
No, but the
so
thing is too, at the beginning, what happens? You're trying to become the ambassador. So you
right,
do it, you do it, you do it. You get in a routine and you do it and you do it and you're conscious of it and then you do it. Then we kept getting more and more people and then you end up having it wasn't just like 5 people you were sharing like 30.
right,
So your list got long and then you don't want to just do one person because you feel bad for the other 29 and
right, right,
so that you don't do any of them.
right,
At least
right.
that's
I
not my
mean,
problem.
it's so hard.
It's too much.
Yeah,
It's a lot of work.
if you have a posh closet, go ahead and put your posh just put your posh name, your closet in the chat if you want. Hello, Jill. Hi, Sharky Mom Deals. Sharky Mom says nothing beats a crawfish boil picnic. I would love to do that. Here we go back on the thing.
I know.
But
Tea food to angels to Posh Pit.
hey, junk lady. Oh, I hope everybody. Yeah, I think yeah, I've got you on my list, Jill, to share. But yeah, I've been horrible, and I apologize to everybody. And one of these days, I'll catch up.
It's hard to catch up. It really, honest to God, I tried to do it one day. I did a whole bunch, and I was just like doing like, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
so
But
if
I really do need to.
people
I
don't
hate
need to share mine because I don't. Like, it makes me feel worse if someone's sharing mine. It actually makes
right.
me feel worse. So don't
Yes.
share mine.
Yeah. Um. I actually need to clean mine out because there's a few. Like if I get somebody that shares my closet like 5 times, I'll go to their closet and I will share theirs probably 15 times. Just different items. And so basically what I'm trying to do there is I'm trying to create a share for share relationship. So they'll share mine, I'll share theirs, and it'll be everybody will be happy. But sometimes that doesn't work because, I've got them on my list, I'll share them, and then, and I hate to be uh vindictive. I wouldn't even call it vindictive, but like, I'm not going to share yours if you're not going to you reciprocate.
Right,
That's just not. I mean, I'll do it a couple of times, but if you're not, scratching my back, I'm not going to scratch yours.
right.
So, I mean, but
I
I
do
do
it when
need
I
to.
do it when I want to. If someone doesn't do mine, I don't care. Like if I want to do somebody's, I'll do it. I mean, if it's someone I know or whatever, but I don't
Right,
care if they don't do mine. If it's someone I know and I do, it's so weird. But yet, if they do mine, I feel bad. And I can't do theirs. And the other
right,
way around, I don't care. Like I'll do it when
right,
I want to. I hate having to. It seems more
right.
like a job when you have to do it. If you're
Hmm.
just playing around and you just share a few here and there, whatever. But even
Yep,
even strangers, I'm not even sharing anymore. But
yeah.
I know Lauren, she does really well. She's only on Posh.
Hmm.
Okay. She said a long time ago to me that she doesn't share anybody else's.
And she
She,
she doesn't.
all right, wait a minute. She doesn't save people in her like things or whatever. And she does really well. So, like, maybe, I'm just saying,
Maybe there's something to that. I don't
yeah, I
know.
don't know. I'm just saying, like, wow, how did she, like, she doesn't even have like many people saved. You know how you like at the beginning I was saving people and um following people, I should say, not saving, following people, and she doesn't even do that. And I'm like, wow, she's doing, but she's been on there for a long time too, so she might have got in at the beginning, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and God
But
only knows how that algorithm is too.
I think she said because I was watching one of the, I think it was a six pack, and she said she had first got in at like 2015, so she's been in it for like 3 years. So she's got a lot of followers, a lot of people,
Yeah,
and
she probably
you
really
know,
gets into it. Like if that's your main thing, you get into it, you know people, you whatever, she might have friends, whatever.
right?
I don't know, but I personally, or maybe she just because she's been in for so long, she got burnt out too. Because
Yeah,
I just don't feel like sharing anymore.
yeah.
And once in a while I do. I shouldn't say that, but like I think I don't know, maybe in the winter and I have a lot
Should be
going on. I'm trying to paint my house. I'm only like a third of
sure.
the way through.
Oh
I know
gosh.
you're gonna hear that painting the house for the next month. You'll be like, oh my God, will she shut up about the painting the house? Ugh.
But that's I don't want to push anybody. I have my special list of of people that I talk to, like you and Kathy and Sally, all those. When I'm sharing, I try to focus on them, and then everybody else, you know as I you know the people
Associate
that are
more
in the
daily.
show, and
Yeah, your
that's just kind of what
sister.
I focus on. That's what I focus on. So
I
you know,
haven't focused on anybody. Sorry, everybody, including friends. Sorry, Valerie.
hey, you
Sorry,
know
Kat.
what? It's it's
No,
all
when
about
I do,
what you can
when
do.
yeah, when then I do it, then I haven't done strangers at all, like forever.
Right. So,
And sorry, everybody. I'm not showing my face, but like I said, I've been crying watching that show, and it was it's not pretty. My eyes are all bloodshot. I mean, if someone came in here, they'd be like, "Oh my God, what's the matter?" Nothing. Like I cry in those things on
Oh.
TV about the dogs
Oh yeah.
when they that
Oh yeah.
what's the name that song in the eyes of an angel, whatever. That's
Yes.
all right. I sing it, and then I have to hug my dog, and I'm
Oh
like,
gosh.
yeah, I cry every time. So like, I'm cray cray.
Oh, that's what I gotta do too. I gotta go watch Tara and Jim's video. They got a new one out too. I gotta
They
watch
do.
that.
I didn't get a thing on that.
Yeah, they got a new one. For
Did
I guess they went
did
to an auction.
did it just come out like right
Yeah,
now?
I think no. I think it's been. I think it might have come out yesterday. Hi,
I didn't get
Summer.
a I didn't get a thing on that. Usually you get like a little bell or whatever, like a thing to
Mhm,
notify me. Not but it
mhm.
comes up. I didn't see it.
So I was trying. I started kind of thinking about because one of the people in that come on the show, or they're in the chat mainly, was saying that have you watched any of the Posh Fest, and I hadn't.
I haven't either, and
I
I
was
heard it.
like, oh
I
my
yeah,
gosh.
I think it was what was it? Was it couldn't be here tonight too? I think I saw her in the chat. I forget who it was. Uh, who was it? I can't remember. I forget who it was, but she was talking
I
about that. She was saying about
Maggie.
Maggie.
Maggie, yeah.
She was saying
Yeah.
about what she was watching something. I'm like, I haven't watched any of it. I haven't seen
Yeah.
any. I haven't even like. That's why
So
I say I shouldn't be on this panel. Wait a
so
minute. I'm the
before
cautionary. I'm the cautionary tale. If you want to be unsuccessful, follow her. If you want to be successful, follow you.
right. Well, no, that's no. I don't believe that. Um so I started watching a video like 5 minutes before the show was going to start. I have
Oh,
to
so
be
you're not any better, Val. Okay, I feel a little
so
bit. I thought you watched it today. I was gonna at least you watch one.
5 minutes before the
Yeah.
show starts. So cuz I just like light bulb. But so I watched this gal named Bexa Boss Lady, and she's really into Poshmark, and I don't watch her all the time, but she was there at Posh Fest, and she was talking about number one. She said, and I only got probably about 10 minutes into maybe 7 minutes into the video, but from what I got from it, she said that they would rather you have a variety of stuff, a variety of categories in your store, in one store, rather than having separate stores for different categories. They
Well,
said,
I think I believe that now
yeah, yeah.
because that's why
Um,
they changed it. What was that one that you used to watch there? Flamingos or something.
pink,
You know,
something.
something
Yeah,
flamingo, something with the flamingo.
yeah,
Um, they said that too. They said at one point, because they used to have it. What happened was before they used to have to go through your whole closet. Now they have those categories so you can, if you're a
right,
guy, you don't want to look through women's bras to get to your shirt, so you can
right,
choose to search. So that's why I think they did that so you have one shop and not.
right.
So I believe that.
Yeah. And I think, like I always say about eBay, and I know eBay and Posh are, those are two different animals, they're two different entities, but, the more lines you have out in the water, the more bites you're going to get. You know, if you get a lady and she's looking for clothes for her, she's looking clothes for her kids, she's looking for clothes for her her husband. Oh my gosh.
That's my phone.
But, and that's kind of how I think, I want
Can you
somebody
still
to be
hear
able
me?
to, yeah,
Oh, okay, I'm trying to block it. Hold
I want someone to be able to, to look at everything. Junk lady, yes, I do see your question. Um, she asked, "Do you ladies delete items as you add items? Do you keep your closet fresh?" Actually, I do not delete my items. My items will stay in there, and I just keep building on them. I don't remove things from the closet. Um, I don't think that's a because somebody's going to buy it. Somebody's going to come along. I'm going to share it, because I share my whole closet, which is, I don't know, 300 and something listings, active listings. And somebody's going to come along and say, "Hey, I like that shirt. I'm going to get it." And I've been on since April of this year, and I've had people do that, buy something that was just, listed in April. So I do believe that, you have to leave things on there. The thing I like about it is you don't have to relist them. They're just sitting there. But when you're sharing them, people are seeing those items and they're going to come across them. Somebody's going to buy it. So I do not do that.
Well, not just that. Unless they've been in your unless they've been in your booth, which
Uh-huh.
is not unlikely. I don't mean it that way, but like when you post it and you push it to the front or in those parties, they don't know how long it's been in your booth. They could think it's a brand new listing.
Right.
I mean, I don't
Right.
know about what the
Right.
posh. I don't know how the posh algorithm goes. Maybe they like new listings, but not necessarily the customer.
Well, that's why you add new things.
Yeah, you're adding new
That's
ones.
why you're constantly adding
Well, and,
new
and and
stuff.
clothes and all that kind of, like a lot of it, unless you have something that's like really in, usually a more long tail than other items. It's
Mhm.
just a fact,
Yeah,
you know.
because you're
That one
waiting for that
person,
that one person to come along for that plus size blouse that they love. It's their color, it's their size. Everything matches up, and
yep.
and so that's what I do.
And even the crappiest. I'm not saying just some posh block, but in general, like people say, like,
Mhm.
oh, stuff don't sell. Well, eventually, you could leave stuff on forever, and it
Yep.
will sell. I've had stuff on eBay for a long time, and it eventually sells. Even stuff that you think like no one's going to buy this,
Hmm.
they buy it. I mean, if you want to wait, if you don't want to wait,
Yeah.
then that's a different story.
Right.
Depending on what you want. But like Poshmark, why not leave it there?
Yeah. I mean,
It
you put in time to to get to buy the item. You've put in money to buy the item.
Unless you want to refresh it, like just say I want to take a better picture. That I can
Right.
see. I want to
Right.
take a new picture. Like,
Yeah.
and
Totally.
in the beginning of the year, I'm going to redo all my stuff. Hopefully, I'm going to delete everything and then just start all new. Val's like, what? I know.
But and that's the way I think about it. I put in time, money, time. You know, pictures. That all takes time, and time is money. So I and I've done that before. Like when I first started, actually, and when I think it was like January, February when I actually started, and I put a bunch, probably I don't know, 50 things on, and nothing would sell. I mean, it was like crickets. There was nothing selling. And so I took them all off when I restarted it and then put all new stuff on. And I thought, that was just a waste of time and energy and everything. So I'll never do that again. I won't take anything off. Um, so
I'm mainly doing it because I'm so unorganized, and like I'm normally a really neat freak, and my house is not where it should be. And then now I'm
right,
painting the outside and do it, so it's like it's in. I feel like all over the place. Yeah, so
yeah,
I'm hoping to clear out as much as I can inside, so when I go to do that, I
mhm,
can put them back in the tubs and get as much as I can, and just you know. So I'm hoping to sell off a lot of it,
right.
so when that time comes, I'll have less to.
Less to deal with. I mean, less to
Right.
list, and
And I
that
can
makes a
get
lot of sense.
organized. Yeah, and I can get organized and get myself back in I don't know, and
Yeah.
it went crazy. I don't know what happened, but
Well, I think we just, and I'm the same way. And I'm not even gonna be here, but I mean, if I look at my clothing um shelves and everything, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it's just a jumbled mess. And there's no, you know, I mean, things are folded. Some things are folded. Some things are stuck, but they're just there. And every time I look at them, I see something new. Like, oh, I need to get that listed, because it's good. It's a good thing. And so it's I don't know.
well, over the years, like I said, and before I became on an anchor store, then when I got off, and this is what I did. I always just think like eBay used to kick my stuff off. I'm like, what the heck? I had this listed. Why isn't it listed? Well, it's not eBay. It's me. What happened was when if you don't have enough listings, you have things and you're kind of rolling it from month to month.
Hmm.
And I would just automatically it defaults to the last 30 days instead of like if it's 31 days in that month, you might lose out. You have to go like 60 days unsold or
Right.
90 days. And I wasn't. So over time, I kept losing some and some and some. So I have stuff
Mm,
that I know is not listed that's in the piles.
right.
So that's another thing. I want to just like get everything and just start with one bucket
Yep.
and go. I'm hoping by that time I have a lot more sold, but
Yeah. I mean, I think from what I see, I think you're doing great. I like the pop up shops and pop up sales. I like those. I think that's an original thought. Get rid of inventory and make a little bit of money. On it.
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Or my money back by the time I'm done.
Well,
Um,
at least you're getting your money back.
yeah, yeah.
You
I'm
know.
making a few dollars. I
So
mean, like
yeah.
over the whole thing. I mean, I'm only charged unless it's brand new, but like I'm only charged for the used stuff. It's $2 or whatever. But
Yeah.
I know I'm annoying with that because either I'm feast or famine with that. Either I go full force and I can do it every 5 seconds, or I. But then everybody buys it, so I'm like, and then people will email me and be like, "Well, I should have gotten this one and this." So then you
Right.
feel like almost guilty and
Right.
but there's so many people selling jewelry online, so there's plenty of it to go around to the people who are looking for it. So I think
Absolutely.
people a little bit friendlier now than when I first started doing it.
Right.
Um,
And that's the thing is, when everybody's selling clothing, I mean, when you're selling clothing, it seems like everybody's selling clothing. When you're selling, you start selling jewelry, then it just kind of
yes, it's
everybody.
weird. It's just like
It's
when one person goes on Posh Pit, everybody's going on Posh. It's so weird.
but
I have to come up. That's why I come up my own. I got to come up with something else. Oh, I have more ideas than I have brains to put it into motion.
oh, I do the same thing. My mind is always going 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I
Oh
wish
my
my
God.
body was, could
Oh,
catch
tell
up
me
to it.
about it. Although I have to say, I'm doing pretty well. I'm going to be 51 this year, and I am climbing ladders, painting my house by myself.
Yep, absolutely.
I told
So
Brian he has to take a picture of me when I'm on the roof or a video. A video. Well, I'll have to I'll have to do my hair a little bit so I don't look like death. Because when I do the painting, I look like a homeless girl.
Summer says, Carol, can I ask why, or maybe you do and I don't see it, but advertise your posh closet on YouTube when you do the pop-up sales?
Yeah, I don't know why. Well, first of all, I don't know. I'm a
Yeah.
mess. I'm a mess, number one. Okay. I'm like so scattered lately. And that's so unlike me. I'm usually so regimented. And I tried for so many years not to be regimented. And now, like, now that I'm not, I can't stand it. But yeah, I'm like black or white. But uh, first of all, my Poshmark store, I hate the name because I misspelled it on purpose just so I could get something close to my YouTube name, which
Mhm.
is a pain because I have to end up explaining it. So I got to come up with a different name for my Poshmark store. And then sometimes I don't even want people to know, not that if they ask me, I'll give it to them, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I just don't. Some people just want to look and just be nosy. And although if they ask me for it, I give it. So I don't know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. See, I'm all over the place. Summer,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I need help.
I think when you get into that situation where you feel like things are not, they're out of control, then that really throws everything kind of out of control and you feel so stressed out
Yeah,
because
that's how I've
of
been. I've
that
been very stressed out with that.
and anxious about it. So I wouldn't, I mean, I'm not saying you're going to do whatever you're going to do, but maybe starting over is a good thing,
Yeah.
so you can get
That's what I
things
want. Yeah,
situated the
get
way that
under
you want it
control.
to.
Yes, and it can get back to the way I used to be. Like, and then because this is all a mess, my house is not clean. Like, and I like it clean, and it looks like a mess, and it's disgusting. And then when you have a dog and Brian, they're both dirty pigs, so I have to like clean up dog hair. But I haven't, and like even this springtime, I didn't even like every spring and fall in winter, I should say, I clean my windows. Well, I didn't clean
Mhm.
them this spring. I didn't do my spring window cleaning. So I'm like, what? I'm so
Yeah,
upset. So I just feel like I'm out of sorts. And
right.
I think I'm spending too much time on YouTube, to be honest with you.
Well, I
Watching
mean
and as
that
well
that
as yeah,
that
not
very
just
well
not
can
just
be.
me being on YouTube because I do a video and I don't edit mine, so it takes all of everybody's like, how do you
Mhm.
do them? Yeah, it takes all of 5 minutes. I however long the video is, that's how long it took me to do it because I don't put any prep work into it.
That's
So,
okay.
but I'm
That's
saying
okay.
it's all the watching and watching people's things and um I just think I all the hours I spend because it tells you
Yeah.
how long you've been on YouTube and it's like a lot. It's like a full time job
Yeah.
watching YouTube. So I think I have to like step away. I mean, not saying all of it. I'm just saying like
Right.
I
Right.
can't be at every live or every video or you know
Right.
what I mean. I have
And
to just do it like at nighttime or
mhm.
like I listen to you guys in the morning. I'm still in bed, so that's okay because I'm still in
Right.
bed. You know what I mean? I'm
Right.
not even up yet. Um, but
But you just not do it so
all
much
day.
that it's interrupting
Yeah, and then
your
all of a sudden, yes,
daily.
right. And then when I'm listing and all of a sudden like something goes on, then you're in the chat and then people start asking you, then if you don't say something, people think you left and then they'll say, are you
Right.
still here? And then you're like, yes. And then, eh, yeah, it's like,
Yeah. Yeah. I completely, I
well,
understand
you must
completely.
have it because I mean, you do that thing every morning. I mean, that takes a lot of your time. I mean,
Right.
really, people don't realize. I
Right.
mean, we all enjoy it. I really do. I have to say. And I enjoyed the other night, but I was so tired by the end of the night. I was listening for a while. Nikki gave me the link, but I was like, I could barely stay up. But you
Yeah.
guys were when I went to bed, you guys were like hysterically laughing. I forget what it was about, but that's a long time. I mean, I can't list and do stuff, but like in the morning, you take hours every morning, and then your listing challenge. I don't even know how you do that.
Yeah. It's just a normal thing, but it does take, that's why I had really had to, because I was doing listing parties, staying up late. And usually when that happens, it's really hard for me to list because I'm looking at the chat. I'm, making sure things are being taken care of, and, you know, um, just making sure that the questions are. That's why I like to have so many wrenches on here so I can, so other people can help me.
Yeah,
Um, but it got it got to be too much, and I wasn't getting anything done. I wasn't getting listing done. I wasn't getting, nothing. And so I didn't want to, but I really had to back off on those because of the listing challenges and all that. I just couldn't keep up. I couldn't keep up with my stuff, and I was like, well, YouTube is not the moneymaker here. And so I have got to, I gotta treat eBay right and, make sure that it's taken care of and
right.
it'll take care of me. So, hey, Jim and Tara. Hey, Roland Picker. But,
And plus regular life. I have regular life too.
right. and that was, I mean, I'm trying to set up, like the schedule, and it's somewhat working. I when I have a schedule, I tend to buck it. Like I don't know what it is, but it's like I'm late to work every day.
Oh,
But I try to make sure that I'm home at 3 o'clock. But like today, I got home at 4 o'clock. And then had to take care of the dogs and the cat and bring stuff in. And by the time it was time to start the show, so I didn't get any listing done so far. But after the show today, here, I'm gonna get some listing done tonight. But I mean, it probably won't be very much, but I'll do what I can. Um, but yeah, it does take time, and like, Wednesday is the listing challenge and everything, but I've been doing better with that and, trying to keep that going. But it's a work in progress, and nothing is ever going to be the same. It's just going to, one day is different than the other. So, it is what it is.
and you're gonna go to see your daughters come the holidays, so
Yep.
that throws a wrench and stuff. And
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's see, Carol, how do you find out how many hours you've been on YouTube? Actually, I think you can go over to your uh,
I don't
YouTube.
I don't know if it was YouTube or if it was on my phone on my app. I don't even know which one it was, but I was one of the two. I saw it and I'm like, what the? I don't even know where it is. Where is it?
I, I think you can go on your
Oh yeah,
channel.
watch. Yeah, and the analytics, watch time reports. Watch. Oh no,
Right.
is that what people watch yours? I'm not even sure now.
Yeah,
There was, no,
it's where people view yours, but well,
no, there was one that I seen. It might have been on my phone. How many hours I spent on you? I forget where it was. I saw it. I'm like,
I know you can go down on the left-hand side to analytics, and it'll tell you all of those numbers. It'll give you all the numbers that you want. Like I have, like, I don't even know, 4, 7 years or something like that on of hours.
but she's talking about because I said I knew how many hours I was on
Oh,
watching,
okay.
and I saw it on my
Oh,
phone or I it was something that came up, and I'm like, what the heck? I think it was on my might have been my phone. I'm not even sure how
I
many.
I
It
don't
was
want to know that. I do not want
yeah.
to know that.
Well, it was how many high whatever it was. It might have been on my phone because it might have been like how much mobile time I spent on it. I don't even know. I'm not even sure now. I think that's what she's asking because I
Okay.
had said yeah, and I saw it there, and I'm like, oh my god, it was like ridiculous for 1 week. It might have been on my phone. I'm thinking it was my phone for some reason, and I don't even do watch all on my phone. Yeah,
um.
and don't laugh, Val, because every time I'm in a chat, I see your name in there, chick
Oh.
picker.
Oh, I know. I know. I'm in there just the same.
But I have to say, you can multitask. I cannot.
I just like, really, to be truthful, I don't have to really watch. I like to have that background noise because I don't have really any, besides Ringo. I mean, I don't have any, background noise or anyone to talk to. So I just put that on just to have some noise in the house, and not to say,
No,
I'm not
it's like saying
interested,
it does like
but
saying having a TV on, just background noise. I do that all the time.
absolutely,
But
absolutely. And
all the ones everybody goes live, so it's like you have to be in the chat. So you have like I feel like okay, once they know you're in there, someone will say something, and it's like oh my god, then you never get out of the chat. So you have
it's
to be
so
a lurker.
true. It's
Yes.
so true.
Uh,
Yeah, you have to lurk in the background. Absolutely. Hey, Dwayne. Um. Okay, so let's see. What else was it? So
I
they
saw a
said,
couple things this month on I mean this week on Poshmark, so that was kind of good.
yeah, that's awesome. That's very good. Um, I listed a couple of things last night, cross listed a couple of things, and that's usually what I do. I try to list on eBay, and then I don't list everything that I list on eBay. I don't, cross list every single thing. So, let's see. Karen is at the beach. Says yes, Carol. screen time popped up on my phone too.
Oh, okay. So that's where I knew it came up somewhere, and I was like,
Okay.
"Oh, yeah. How was yours, Karen?" That's when you know, like, okay, I got a problem.
And Joanna, she is lurk. She says I lurk a lot, just listening while dealing with apples. I completely get you,
Yeah, no,
and I
that's
do the
smarter.
same
Like
thing.
if I was just I say lurking, but listening, yeah,
Hmm.
I got to stay out of the chat is what my problem is.
Yes, yeah,
So,
because then they'll see you, and then it's all over after that.
well, yeah, then you're there, and then yeah, and then some of these things go for hours, and then you
Yeah,
know I can't be in a live for 4 hours. I mean,
no, no.
well, I can, I have been. I don't have to say it, but
Okay, so variety is one thing that
that you
at
got.
Posh Fest they would rather you have, your women's, your kids, your men's, all those all in one store. Now, this is coming from one posher that was at Posh Fest. So this is what she took from what they were saying.
And
it may be
I'm sure
completely
they have
wrong.
the yeah, but I'm sure they have people that know, like
Sure.
what I mean. If they're having them speak at Posh or whatever,
Right.
you know what I mean. Like,
Right. Another thing, and I only got 2 points that she said in the video, but the other thing that she said was the exit, next exit list or something like that. Is it, is it
what is it?
exit? What is it, Summer? I can't remember what it's called. It's like when it's like you're posting a new, like you're refreshing your listing, basically. And they used to say that that was the best way that you could share your items in your closet. And it was something like
So if you edit and then
next edit
oh
next
yeah, oh
list or
yeah,
something like that.
yeah, yep.
So they said that that does not work. That does not do anything to your listing. Edit next list. Yes. They said that does not do anything. So if you're doing that, it's probably not helping you.
And that was part of that 30-minute plan. So, like,
Right.
that's what I'm saying. No one really knows
No.
and who knows? They could change those analytics
Sure.
weekly, or
Sure.
whatever you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
their criteria. They might say, okay, this week, anybody that adds, we're going to push them to the top. Or this week, anybody that sells something, we're going to push. You don't know what their algorithm, that's what
No. No.
analytics, algorithm. You don't know if they change it weekly because,
Right.
I mean, and how do these people figure this out? I think it's just activity. And then
Yeah.
with more activity, no matter what you do, the more you touch something, the
Yeah.
more you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I
that's
completely
anything.
agree.
That's anything in life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. I mean, you have to, I think if you're putting up good stuff at reasonable prices, comparable prices, and you're doing good as far as your shipping, which I have had I mean, I've ordered things from Poshmark, and there's a lot of lazy shippers out there.
Well, thank God you didn't order from me. But I mean, lazy, not getting in time or just messy shipping.
Well, I would say, they usually ship on like the fourth day,
Oh no, I want it
and
out as soon as
uh,
possible.
I mean, mine is usually the next day. I usually ship,
Yeah, you're
if
good. Yeah,
somebody buys something, I'm going to ship it out the next day. I know you have 2 days. Technically, you have, what is it, 7 days or whatever,
whatever. Yeah, but you want
until
I
you
try
get
to
a
get it out.
nasty note. But
I try to
I'm
get
not.
out as soon as possible. That's
Yeah,
my goal is to get it
yeah,
out of my house.
yeah, absolutely. Um. So, but yeah, I've had that happen, and I think a lot of that is just people that are just kind of doing it as a hobby. Like they're selling stuff that was theirs probably,
Yeah,
and so they're not technically a
seller.
reseller.
Yeah, they're
They're
just like,
just
oh yeah, I'll get to
yeah,
that. I gotta
Yeah,
find it in my closet. That's the only time
right.
I'm late in shipping is if when I'm looking for something.
But
Oh,
I had ordered a pair of bought a pair of jeans and they never shipped them.
wow.
They never shipped them. I sent them a message. Poshmark sent them a message and they still never shipped them. So I canceled the order. I was like, well, I'm not gonna wait on them
I
anymore.
mean, if they only knew how bad the rest of us really want those orders.
Right. Right. I mean, I look forward to being able to spend my money on Poshmark and buy, things from different people, but some people just aren't. They're not serious, So, but so those were the only two things that I came up with that I got from the that video.
Now, was that girl just at the Posh Fest, or was she speaking at the Posh Fest?
I believe she was just at Posh Fest.
Okay,
And you guys might know her. She's Bexa Boss Lady is her name. And she has a YouTube channel and everything. So I've watched her kind of from the beginning, and she's pretty, she's big time. Um, so I don't know, but I heard something that said something about possibly, and this is just a little bird chirping, but like possibly Canada coming into the mix where we can ship to, people can buy from Canada and we can
that'd
ship
be
to them.
nice.
That would be nice. I mean, that would open up a
Especially,
large,
well, yeah, and especially Canada. I mean, there's not, it's not like a foreign country that there's going to be like theft, and you know what I mean, like
right,
some of those South American countries, or certain countries, you're like, okay, it's going to get lost if it goes there. It's never going to get to that person. You know what I mean?
right,
Like,
right,
that you have to be cautious of. I mean, even eBay is cautious of certain countries. You know what I mean? They won't even
right,
check you at
right.
that. But Canada, I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
and
yeah, I would assume, looking at Canada, I would look at Canada like they're pretty um, close to what the United States is.
right.
As far as their, domestic ways and, they're kind of mirrored. They kind of mirror the United States, or maybe the United States mirrors them. I don't know. But I don't know. So I heard that from a little bird. I don't know if that's true or not. So they said that might be something that's rolling out.
I would, I
Um,
would, I would assume that would be their next,
yeah, because I know
to
when
grow.
I first started, they were talking about international and all this kind of stuff. So, just pay attention, keep your eyes out, keep your ears open and listen to what people are talking about and maybe there's going to be something in the mix. But
Maybe after this Posh Fest too, like they're gonna take ideas from different people that are true sellers. You know what I mean? You never the people in upper
what?
management. It's not what?
Posh went international officially today.
No,
Oh.
sir. Are they joking?
I don't know. That's what he says, DJT.
DJ,
I didn't know that. Maybe I need to go look at that because that's interesting. I haven't seen anything like that.
I would think they would announce that.
I would think that that would be like
I
on
think he's
their
messing with us, or she. Or
them. Let's see if it's on the news. 'Cause that should be on a news. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Um, yeah, I have no idea. So I have to. Where did you get that information, DJT? That's I mean that would be interesting. I haven't seen anything on that, like an email or anything like that.
yeah,
Not
they would have
not
announced.
questioning you, but um I just haven't seen anything about that. I knew that that was a possibility, but Anyway,
Maybe they announced it at the Posh Fest and they,
maybe.
they haven't told us yet. Maybe that was like a. How long is this? I don't even know how long that Posh Fest is for. Was it just a couple days? Is it a
I
weekend?
think it was just a weekend, like a Thursday,
Okay.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe or something. But
Uh,
oh,
well, maybe he was
oh,
there. I don't know.
Rockstar Flipper. According to a certain rock Flipper YouTuber who posted a few minutes ago. Okay. Well, I need to do some investigating
I'm just
because
looking at the. I'm just looking at pot. I'm on my because I don't have my face on here. I can be on my computer, and I don't see it listed anywhere in the news in Poshmark community or Poshmark home or.
no, I don't see
I'm
it
looking
either.
at events and different things under the Poshmark, so it might be something new that they talked about at Poshfest
Right.
because
Right.
um, I don't see it listed here.
I know they were going to open up to Canada soon. Okay. Yeah, I had heard that too. And I don't know if that is a thing that's open now or I don't know. Um, I would assume,
Well, regardless, then it's
the
coming
whole
down the pipeline. If a few people are talking about it, if
yeah,
you heard it, Valerie, I heard nothing because
yeah.
why? I am the worst. Just like when I get those eBay notices, I don't even open them. And then all of a sudden someone will be like, "Oh, did you hear about this?" I'll be like, "What?" If I just read the notice, I don't know what it is. I just don't want to read them.
Yeah.
And
I
then I'm
understand.
surprised. Then I'm surprised. Like what? They're like closing eBay or something. You know what I mean? Like
May-
it's like maybe if I read the notices that they sent. But now I watch
may-
YouTube, so everybody tells me I don't have to worry now. But before that, I had a friend that lives locally, and she'd be like, "Oh, well," I'm like, "What?" I would never know. I'm like,
well, I'm sure that, there's something coming down and let's see. Sue Ann says the Rockstar Flipper stuff was just from what was announced at Posh Fest since he was there. But I don't think it's turned on yet. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that there's some kinks and, things that are, um, I don't know. We'll have to, I'm sure that we will get an email or something will be in the
that's
news
that's why Valerie. That's
because
why
I think it's going to be a little something more than just, we're going international or we're going to, there's going to be an email
Oh, of course, they're going to tell you
and
how
I'm
to shipping costs and how to do
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
There's going to
I
be,
mean,
yeah.
so I think it's going to be a little bit more than that. It may not be up and running, but and maybe it is. I don't know. But, we'll have to do a little more investigating on that to verify that. I don't agree with that being, pushed out there because, it's kind of like everybody's in a frenzy now. Oh my God, oh my God, don't try not to do that and just kind of sit back and listen to what other people are saying and and then just kind of wait for the Poshmark information
To roll
directly
out.
from Poshmark. They're going to send you something. They're going to send you an email. They're going to put it in the news and I'm sure there's going to be like a video or something on it. Just keep your wits about you instead of freaking out.
It's a good thing. It's not even something
Oh
to freak
yeah.
out about.
It's it's exciting.
Hey,
It's
yeah. If
really
it makes
exciting.
me, if it makes you a few more sales, yay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And if
But
they haven't been able to be on it either, so they're probably, the buyers are probably happy too.
oh yeah.
And Posh
Absolutely.
has probably worked out things with USPS, so shipping's probably reasonable. So you know what? If shipping's more reasonable, you know what's going to happen because they'll come.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
if Posh was smart, they would have really tried to work out a really good deal for the Canadian buyers, just because
Mhm.
it's so costly to ship to Canada.
Exactly.
So if they could get a deal on that, and they know that, we might get some really good sales. Now I'm getting psyched. Now
There you
I'm getting pumped. This better not be a joke or someone's going down. I'll find this
um
Casey kid and uh,
DJ T also said that you can also do drafts like other platforms. That's good. Um, and Sue Ann says drafts are not coming. See, that's what I mean. I mean, there's a lot of, he said, she said, so just, you know, same with the news feed changes, just, um,
This is what I do. What I do when you see
it's
something change on your computer, then ask questions.
right, right,
That's what
right.
I do.
When you
Like, what?
start
This,
seeing it,
yeah.
yeah,
Then it's like, what? Oh, wait a minute. It shows something
yeah,
on here. Or if they give you an email, I don't worry about it beforehand.
yeah. But I mean, that's why we're here is just to, kind of,
And then we'll come
uh,
on and we'll be like, I don't know. But that's what we figure it out between
okay,
what we
yeah,
know and what everybody else knows.
right, yeah, absolutely. Um, yeah, it's weird that they announced a bunch of stuff that isn't live yet. And I think that they said, this is going to be rolling out in the
They,
future, in the near future, but it's
right.
not everything is going to be right now, So,
Yeah. You know how that goes. They say one thing, and then by the time it gets to the 10th person, it has nothing to do.
right.
They could have said January or
Yeah, Posh is available locally in Canada, not international yet. Right. Okay. So, there's a lot of things
I
happening.
didn't think Pasha was in Canada at all.
Let's see. He announced that. Oh, it's Manish. It's the CEO of Poshmark, State of the Posh address. He announced that Poshmark is opening their first office in Canada. So, with that makes me feel like it's not. I mean, they're working on it.
Right. I would think,
That's what it makes me think of, that
yeah,
it's not right now, but
right.
we'll just have to see. And we'll
I'm
let
not
you know
worried.
more. I'm going to try and make some notes and maybe listen to some videos and see if I can, you know,
Like I said,
make
I was wait. I mean, I can watch a million videos until you hear it from the horse's mouth. It's.
right.
I
And
mean,
if you have this
I'm sure it's coming down the pipeline because usually
sure.
when you hear chatter, yeah, it's always
Right.
some truth to it. But
Right.
until Posh unrolls it, you can't do anything with it anyway.
Right. I would if you have I have spread enough gossip now.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job. So if you have questions, if you're really, really you want to know what the changes are or whatever, message, send Poshmark an email and get um, the whole down low on it, and find out. They
Or
are the
better
ones that
yet,
are
next
gonna.
year go to the Posh Fest.
Well, there you go. There you go. I mean, you get all the information there. Hey, Mike, just in time, let go. Uh,
I,
get my favorite aluminum foil hat. Oh my
why do you
gosh.
need an aluminum foil hat?
I
See,
don't know.
he's crazy, Mike. See, DA crazy cut. He calls himself crazy. That's why I call him Crazy Mike.
Karen's at the beach says, I think Anissa is correct about the Posh needing to get a handle on customer service. Perhaps they need to have a better response time to customers and better ways to communicate. And I'm sure they're working on that.
I have to say, Posh is I mean, I know you have to send an email and you don't get to call, but I have to say they always respond in 24 hours, and I always get correct, precise information. When and I love eBay because that's
Mhm.
where I sell most of my stuff. So yeah, but when I call there, you can call 5 different times and get 5 different answers.
Right. Right.
So I don't think Posh is that bad. Maybe what does she have? Does she have something happen that she didn't get?
I don't know.
They didn't feel took days. Oh my God.
Oh wow. And that's the thing is if they don't get back to you within 24 hours, um, I wouldn't wait. There is a number. There is a number to Poshmark. I don't know who has it, but I know that there is a number that you can call to,
Maybe
yeah,
they're getting
and
bigger
this
now.
had
Maybe they're getting bigger now, and then they're getting so many
yeah,
call. I mean, I don't
mhm,
know because I
yeah,
it always worked for me. I'm surprised. That's why I'm shocked
yeah,
because that was the one thing I said. Oh, I wish eBay was more like that because it was like so quick.
but it did take days. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
not right.
I know. I mean, that's something that you know, you have to be persistent,
Oh yeah, keep
and you got to keep
the
e-
squeaky wheel gets the grease. Just remember
email
that.
them, email them, and if you don't get any response from that, then then it's time to call and uh, you know, start lighting a fire, getting some stuff done, as far as getting an answer. And I know that that's easier said than done because, they can just say, look, we're working on it, or whatever, or, blow you off, whatever. I'm not saying that that's what they would do, but, you know,
And it's
um,
always more frustrating when you're trying to get something resolved for yourself because you're in it. So you like I know if I get something, it's like, oh, you got to call, and it's really stressful. Where someone else can be like, well, just call again. You're like, but I did. You get stressed out. I know I do anyway.
finally, I think they resolved to shut me up. Well,
That's it.
that's
Hey,
good.
hey,
That's
as long as
good.
it gets resolved, that's the
Yes.
way to do it.
Yes. Like Dwayne said, the squeaky wheel gets the grease until it gets replaced. Yeah. So, I mean, this is a new company and they're still working out the kinks, and that's what happens when they bring new stuff in. Same thing with eBay. They bring in new products, new
Updates,
services and
new
stuff like this,
updates, and
and
then there's all kinds of
you know, there's
things.
going to be kinks. There's going to
Yep.
be wrenches thrown in it, and you kind of just have to, you know, wait. And if but if there's something that's happening with your money, of course you have to try to resolve it and get the answer. But I mean, you know, they're still trying to work out the kinks. So there's not a whole lot that we can do about that. And they're always going to do that because they're growing and they're getting bigger and everything, and so that comes along with it. So I hope that makes sense. But um so um anything else we need to talk about? Food again?
Want me to cry on the way out? Oh my God, I'm too much.
Okay. Mike says I'm emailed Poshmark 2 days ago. They sent me an email today, and that they are working on a new email program. Okay.
Oh,
But, you know, did you email
did
them
they?
about a certain situation?
Yeah, did they answer your question?
I mean,
I would
that's
have
the
been like,
thing.
oh, they sent the generic email. Okay.
Okay. They apologize for the delay.
Well, maybe all those updates with the Canadian thing is affecting their email.
Well, that very well could be. Very well could be. Yeah, I'm so surprised the dogs are being so good. I got that like 4 times before they resolved it.
Well, then that's not good because
No,
Mike didn't get an answer either.
no. Be persistent, Mike. Be persistent. All right. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff covered, and of course, there's still some unanswered, things that are going on and everything. Keep your ears open, but just keep an open mind as far as where that information is coming from. Not to say that it's wrong, but also, when things are going to be rolled out, Poshmark will be sending, they should they should be posting that on the news. They should be sending you an email to let you know that this is happening. And so, and if you have questions, email them, you know. So That's what I would say. Um, I'll go back here and see if I missed anything. It's kind of like eBay, with their thing as far as opening up new things, a new way of doing things, and all that. Sometimes you just kind of have to wait in the back of the room and wait till the dust settles, and then you can look into stuff. But in the meantime, everybody's running around in a panic, and you don't want to get into that either.
Not me, because I never read the updates, so I never know. It's only months later when I'm like, what? We can do that now?
But just keep an open mind about things, and kind of a steady mind, as far as you know anything that's crazy that comes out. And like I said, if you want to verify that they're rolling out, or that something is open now, or whatever, just email them. Hey, Mr. Sadie. Yeah, I do love that Posh is somewhat seller. I do too. I think I really do like the way that I like their whole process, really. I like the whole payment process. I like, I like the whole system. Um, but I'm sure as more Posh closets begin to open, more people are on, they're growing, and they're growing pretty quickly. Um, there's going to be things, kinks in there, and that's just something that we as resellers have to deal with. So,
You're so positive, Valerie. You're so calming.
well,
No, you
you
just
know,
sounded so eloquent.
well, thanks. I just I know what it's like to hear all this stuff, and then you're thinking in your mind, oh my god, this is going to be a mess. Oh my god, what am I going to do?
I don't worry
you
about
know
that kind of stuff.
but
It
you
all works out.
yeah, yeah. And like I said, if you go to the get the news from the horse's mouth. you know this person can say this person can say another thing, I could say something and it can be completely wrong. um that's why I say, if you want to know for sure, go to them, email them, they'll give you the information. If it's not out yet, they're going to tell you. you know um and I might write down some things tonight, that I've heard just in chat, and me and Carol talking, and I might just send them an email also, and say, look, I've heard these things. What's the deal? So I just want to,
They
maybe,
just probably talked about it, the Posh Fest things that are rolling out,
yeah.
and people want to be the first one to say it. And
Hmm. Yeah, because I mean that that's definitely going to get views, and there's going to be a lot of people looking at those videos. So I mean that's kind of clickbait, get some people
I'm
clicking
gonna
on
do a
your
big
video.
thing. I'm gonna do a big clickbait. Poshmark is going out of business. Get your money out quick.
Run while you can. No,
And then when
but
everybody gets off, I'll stay on, and maybe people will be buying my stuff.
I think it would be good for me, just to kind of know really what's going on, and that way if somebody does ask, I'll have a few answers, and that'll be directly from
This is the
Poshmark.
first time
So
I heard. I mean, I know they've been saying about eventually going international. That's been going on for a little while,
right, yeah,
but I didn't hear it from the from this time around. But
yeah,
I figured after Posh Fest there'd be stuff coming out.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So all right, we're going to wrap it up for today and for tonight. I hope everybody had a great time, and thank you, Carol, for coming on and joining me. And y'all have a
Even if I
great.
forgot until I get the notification. I even opened up. I was on my thing. I'm like, well, see, that's what happens. I'm on YouTube. I'm like, oh, Belle's going live. I go, she must be having a little thing. And I'm like, oh my God, Posh Pit. Crap. Oh,
Oh my goodness. All right, everybody have a great night. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments down below. Before you leave, go by and click the like or the dislike button. And I don't care which one you pick. I hope you liked it. Um, but anyway, we'll see you all later. We'll see you in the morning on the reseller show. Bye, guys.
bye.